Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is round one pocket action. This is Somerfield Habener with Railbird Productions, and we have got Theodore Westlake versus Frankie Ruiz. And it looks like we've got a winner here. Theodore wins the leg. He's to break first. And the leg can be a big one. This race to 3 happens pretty quick, and somebody gets a couple breaks to year 1, and that's a huge advantage. So let's see what Theodore can do here with the break. Like we said, this is round 1 action. This is day 4, I guess, of Derby City. And these beautiful diamond tables, brand new. This cloth just starting to break in, grabbing a little bit more than it has been. Breaking from a good spot. Going to clip that head ball. Wow. And that's when that break gets mishit and goes right. It's just incredible like that. Hangs that ball in his pocket. I think he's probably just going to give him that 9 ball, clear out with a 13. And hits it pretty firm, trying to get something to push over to his side, and does a pretty good job. Aside from being down a ball, Frankie's in a really good position here. And Teddy's in trouble. I think we're just going to go with Teddy instead of Theodore. Hopefully that's okay with you. Yeah, he's got to look at the bank combo, but man, he's got to make sure he doesn't sell that 2 ball. That angle's tough too. Yeah, he was trying to hook behind that 15 ball, which was a really good idea. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get there. Frankie's going to be off to the races here. All right, stiff and slide up above that 1. Clips the 1. It gets pretty fortunate. Got to play kind of a touchy shot here. It looks like, maybe you can see enough of the 1 to make it. I like playing the 5 here anyway, but that's touchy. You want to make sure you stay on the 1 and not get hooked on the 11. All right, and now you're in kind of a tough shot to get on your next ball. I think you might just lay up and bank that 15 next. I would like to give myself a little more of an angle so I can cross the 15 and come up and under the 3. With the bridge, you got a lot more chance to stroke this ball and get in a good spot. Tries to and kind of hooks himself. So taking the bank away from himself, trying to get on the 15 or on the 11. Yeah, he might have a piece of the 15, but I don't think he's got enough to bank it. It's like oh no, very unfortunate shot there. So just trying to play off that and underneath, and catches the point. 6 ball coming back, knocking the cue ball into his hole. It's going to cost him a ball, and that's going to give Teddy a good chance here. Hopefully turn this rack around. Really just 1 ball going to his hole right now. Yeah, want to make sure you make this 4 ball. 15 ball probably next. Okay, rolls a little too far. He's got a back cut on it, but I'm not sure he can afford to take that shot. Yeah, I think just got so focused on making that ball, he let it go a little more than he wanted to, or didn't hit quite as hard as he'd like to. The cross on the 11 is there. That side pocket scares me from that angle. Okay, so plays it pretty safe. I like that shot a lot. Forgot to hit it. Didn't quite get it there, but still a good shot. I don't think he's got a line through to see that 3 ball. All right, so just working that line down to the foot rail. Still moving something on his side though. And both these players not afraid to shoot at their hole, it seems like. Teddy hasn't really gotten comfortable yet. Looks like he's trying to just kiss off this 5 and come back in the stack. No, he's moving it. So moves that 10 ball off his side. Still leaves the 15. He's got a shot at stiffing that bank if he wants it. All right, just playing nice and safe. I think that's a good move. It's early on. You don't want to be taking too many risks. And you hear that Bigfoot table over there in the background. That's pretty exciting here. I played on this table as well, and it can be intimidating to play next to that table. You got the arena going right next to you. All right. Looks like Frankie might have a shot on this 3. All right, so he was trying to play off that ball and back under. Not quite getting there. Teddy looking at banking this 11 back at his hole. I don't like that shot from there. You have a really thin window that you can hit on, and you're kind of shooting for 1. So you take that offensive threat away. You sell Frankie. He's got a great 2-railer here. And get right on that 13 ball. It's going dead at his hole. That's a real nice shot. And yeah, all of a sudden you're in a spot. I think that 3 ball's in the way of him getting underneath the 11. I think he kind of needs to bank this 3. Yeah, at this point you don't have a whole lot of a choice. Looks like you can play the pass to maybe get up and behind the 11 if you miss. He was just trying to stiff it. Yeah, can't afford to sell that return bank. And he's just playing cue ball there. Ooh, almost let it get away from him. And I do think he sold the 11. So that's a good opportunity here for Teddy. He's got the cut on this 13 ball, though, and that's awfully tempting right now. I really like rolling, just barely hitting behind the 11 and making sure I get safe behind the 11 with the 3 ball. He wanted to get it out of there. That sells a return bank, but again, these rails aren't twisting a whole lot at this point. So, not sure Frankie's going to take that chance. He is from Chicago, though, and they like to bank the ball in Chicago. Can he get it to turn? Wow, gets right through that gap. Pretty shot. Wasn't able to get it to turn, but gets himself out of trouble. This is risky, and the kiss is there. Wow, really well-controlled shot there. To hit that thin on the 11 and kick that full into the 3, that was just a phenomenal shot. He's kind of got a backboard here. I think he's just going to knock that 13 up table and get back on the foot rail, but he does have a clear shot on the 6. Okay, he's going to play the 8 and up there. Takes away his cut on the 13, gets the 8 on his side. Teddy would like to move those balls to the 7, 10, 12. Because nothing's doing for him there right now. Oh. Just trying to get on the backside of that 8 ball, and unfortunately, double kisses. That could be very costly here. I think Frankie's probably going to play across with a 13. He wanted to go all the way up. Gets on the 7 ball really well. Can't tell if he's got the angle to bump those balls. He's either going to slide down for the 13 or bump these. Try and do something with the 10. All right, getting all the way behind it. Hey, all the power to him. That's a great shot. This 2 ball goes right through that gap. Not a lot of risk here. You just got to make sure you make this ball. Oh, well done, commentator curse. There's the risk right there. You clip that ball and opens up a lot, but a lot of pressure here on Theodore to make this ball. Let's see what Teddy can do. He's wasting no time. He gets right down there to shoot. Good shot. I lay up here and I take the 14 and just leave myself the bank on the 2. Looks like he's thinking the same thing. Barely misses that ball. All right. I don't think Frankie's going to dig that ball. I think he's just going to give it to him. And getting all the way up to try and protect the 2. Overhits that ball a little bit, though, and that's not ideal. Looks like he can bank the 6 and kind of follow down maybe under the 2. You can also try and clip bank that too. Looks maybe banking the 11. Yeah, I think that's the shot. And again, hits it wide, but hits it hard enough to get it close to out of trouble. I don't know. That's the trouble for Teddy right now is that 10, 12 sitting there is just mucking up all his stuff, and that those balls just don't go for him. So pretty free bank here. Not able to execute, but again, not really an offensive threat here for Teddy either. I stand corrected. That spot shot is a pretty great opportunity, trying to hit off the left side of this ball, trying to make sure he gets safe. Doesn't want to sell that return bank. It looks like getting there slowly but surely. Piece by piece. right, Teddy up 7-4 here. And he's got to get this ball out of there. Looks like probably trying to kick behind it. He tried to go full into it. And I just don't think you can get the ball slipped so much at that point, so close to that pocket. It's hard to not catch the point. So being up 7-4, this is a tough spot. Frankie really going to try and make the most of this. Whew, bobbles that ball in. Doesn't get high enough on the 10. Yeah, I like this because you can get safe, but boy, that's a confident shot. And you do leave a return bank here, so even though you didn't leave a cut on the 11, I mean, you do. Not an easy one. It's tough to get the cue ball out of the way of this one, though, too. Does so very well. Gets under the 11 ball. Man, that was almost the end of the game there. All right. Well, both these players swinging pretty hard. Got the game one swings. Not sure if that's their play style or just where they're at right now. This is a bang for sure. I like playing the 11 ball here. It looks like he's got plenty of room to get up and out of the way. Just got to make sure you put some turn on this ball. And you don't play it that hard so it gets back on the other side of things. Whew. All right, works out okay for him. That definitely gives Frankie a good shot here on the 10, though. Frankie trying to turn this ball towards his pocket. Does so beautifully. He is just shooting without a care in the world. I'm trying to really thin cut this 11 and just get him back up to the head rail. Looks like he might be looking at the Z bank here. The 4-railer. It's a nice looking shot. Gets all the way back down there. Doesn't quite make the ball, but excellent effort. Yeah, Teddy not afraid of these long banks either. So he only needs one. You kind of got to fire at your hole here. I'll play this with some inside to duck out of the way, it looks like. Nope, just straight across. Plenty of room. Good try. And this could be trouble. He's got a good shot on the 11. 2-railer on the 3. Let's see if he can yeah, he can make it happen. That's going in. Gets all the way up on that 3 ball. 2-railer's not going to be there, but he's going to have a 1-rail bank. Switches to the left hand without hesitation. Wanted to keep that ball a little lower because he just sold a bank. 7-7 here, game 1 of the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is round 1 action. This is Teddy Westlake stepping up. He doesn't look like he wants to take it, so he's just going to come across the face of this 3 ball, get him back on the rail. Boy, I tell you, you might not like the 2-railer or the long bank there, but you're going to like this a lot less if Frankie banks this in your eye. So, back bank for Frankie. Not afraid to shoot at his hole. Yeah, that's an awful good shot. Hangs it right there. Now you got to get this ball out. This is not an easy one. So he's going to try and kick into the foot rail, come across the face of the 3. Hopefully you can come thin enough that it just knocks over to the other side. Got to avoid the double kiss here. The double kiss will kill you. Yeah. So just, muffled that one. And Frankie will take down game 1. All right. Well, that's game 1 in the books. That's Teddy to break. It's interesting. Both these players seem like they're playing just so fast and loose. I'm such a slow methodical player. I guess I've never been accused of being too slow, but yeah. If you're out there, you're liking what you're seeing of this round one action, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is Railbirds Production, and I am Somerfield Habener, commentating with you from the 2023 Derby City Classic. Frankie to break. Clips the head ball nicely. Got a ball high. Couple on his side. No clear path at a bank. Pretty good break. Looks like he's going to play off the backside of this 9. Try and get up around the 14. Okay, so knocks it out of bank range. He seems to be a fairly aggressive player. Looks like he's going to kick right back into these balls. Look at that control. That's so great. People have learned that kick and stick so well. I mean, I think that was a fortunate roll for him, but I also think he's very comfortable hitting that shot. And that's not as easy as he made it look there. Looks like he's got a bank on that 15. Yeah, that's a great play. Open up that 6-14 that was cluttering your stuff. Now it's 2 different balls. Now it's a 15-14 cluttering your stuff. You can afford to take this 10 ball. That 1 ball kind of blocks a 15-14. I don't think either one of those balls goes. You'd like to get it closer than that. So yeah, hopefully you get that all the way down by your hole. But he does a great job controlling the cue ball, puts him on the rail. And Frankie's going to have to... Yeah, I mean, you want to do something with the 10, but it doesn't look like you can stiffen enough to do much with the 6. Just plays it into the pack, continuing to move stuff. I like that. If you can avoid doing something with the 15-14, you want to, but it's pretty obvious here to play those 2 balls. Well, I guess 2 balls blocking on his side are not nearly as good as both those balls out of there. That was a nice shot. Looking like thinning off the 6 ball. Trying to come back behind those balls. Taking a look at everything, though. I almost like playing off the 2 to move the 2-8-5 as well, because those are not turned in your favor right now. Protects the 6. Yeah. Nothing too great here for Teddy. All right, looking at following the 6 ball here, or following 14 ball. Yeah, boy, that's a touchy shot. You really got to make sure you get on that ball. And even then, that 15 is pretty wired. Got to cross this ball, though. He doesn't like it. Yeah, that angle might be tougher than it looks. I like this bank with some high inside. Yeah, turned it beautifully. Great shot there. He banks him like he's from Chicago. Don't think he has enough of that 5-6 to make the combo. Might just knock the 5 by his pocket and freeze in between the 9-8. That's what I like. Trying for the combo. Hangs it. And I'm pretty sure Teddy's just got to give up this 6. Yeah, that's pretty deep in there. He's got a cut on the 5, but that's a tough time to play for it. Tries to get him right up on that 8 ball. And a potential bank here on the 5. That 5 ball looks like you would make contact with the 12-13. Open things up a little bit. This guy's not afraid to shoot. Frankie fires it in the hole. Oh, man. In and out of the hole. Excellent effort. Teddy's just got to kick underneath this 5 ball. Don't want to hit those too hard. Really easy to scratch from there. And takes away a lot of offensive threat. I think he's probably just going to play either off this 8 or 9. I think probably playing off the 9 and up table is the best shot here. You could also play off the 10 ball and back behind the pack. Wants to get all the way back across the table. Doesn't want to sell. Look at that 5. But you put 9 feet of distance in between you and the ball. It complicates things. Ooh, rolling this ball is scary. There it is. Nice shot. So hits that ball a lot more firm. That's a really nice shot. Kicking that 8 off the thin side of the 5. He's going to sell a bank here. And a pretty free one at that. Nice read there by Frankie. So makes that ball. He's got a shot here on the 10. Trying to come around for the 12, I would imagine, next. Either go for the 10 or you try and come around all the way for the 7. And you're using that for a break ball to break out that 3, 13, 11. He's going to get stuck on that 8. Well, he's on the low side of the 12, which means it's easy to push balls towards his pocket and open things up. He'd like to be able to get on the bottom of this cue ball, though, to push things up instead of just over. Looks like he might have room to. 12 ball here. Oh, unfortunately misses that ball. All right. Well, that's a big turnaround. Frankie up 4-0 in this game, and Teddy with a real chance to turn it around. Yeah, you gotta not go totally offensive here. You just gotta make this 5, play the 3. If you can make the bank on the 3, that's when you can really dig in and try and run 8 and out here. But yeah, you gotta make sure you make that ball. Very nice shot. I would have wanted to be a little lower on the 3 so it was easier to creep up. Easy to overhit this ball trying to move your cue ball too much. Snaps that bank in. Really nice. Unfortunately, drew a little too much and kind of got tweener. 12 balls tough, your treetop. 7 balls tougher. Yeah, I don't like cutting that 7 ball. And I don't really like cutting the 12. The Z bank on the 12 is there. Guess you can also just knock the 7 towards your side and drift the cue ball down to the foot rail. I think that's what he's probably going to do. Yeah. Does a good job. Doesn't quite get to the rail, but doesn't sell a bank. So steals a couple balls there. And Frankie's got to be kicking himself. He had a pretty commanding lead in this game. And that's so easy for that to turn around. He's got kind of a funky little thing going on his side, too. And that might be the thing to slow him down a little bit. And just force him to take a little more time. He's trying to shoot through this as opposed to think through it, I think. And sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes your decisions are just made for you, and it's all pretty obvious. But sometimes you really got to take your time. I think he's got a 2-railer on the 11 here, but I don't know if he wants it. A funky little drill situation going on Frankie's side over there. You almost don't want to move that stuff. Yeah, he knows none of them go, but he didn't get a whole lot out of that. I might have tried to bank the 8 ball there. Frankie's got a cut on this 11 ball. And he might even have the window to cut the 13. Yeah, I think this is the move here. Very nice shot. And it's pretty free. Just knocking the 7 out of there. Kind of a free bank on this 8 ball as well for Teddy. Frankie taking a 5-2 lead. Boy, I don't want to move those balls. Yep, opens things up a little bit. Let's see what Teddy decides to do. Or sorry, what Frankie decides to do. All right, draws off that. Tries to get him back under there. And he's going to make Teddy swing for it. Knock this ball up towards his side. Freeze him on the rail. Doesn't look like the 2 railers there on either side, the 4 or the 8. Just making the 8 ball. Okay, going to come across the top of this 8 ball, get to the left side rail, and then back down to the foot rail. Nope, just played firm into it. That's a good shot, too. I do like leaving him on the rail, but that works out really well also. I like that. Frankie's doing a pretty good job putting him in situations that he can't do a whole lot with. And Teddy also. Looks like Teddy wants to move these balls. Both the balls do go for him right now, so I don't blame him for that. Boy, that was not much changes there. It looks like he might have made the 13 not be able to go, though. I feel like that can be an anxious shot that can get you in trouble. You're tired of not shooting at your hole, so you try and force something, and that can work against you. All right. Gonna try and muck these balls up again. Come off the 7. Great job getting him to the foot rail. Blocks all the lanes. Actually, he might add a lane on the 14. Looks like he's just going to kick into these balls. With those balls opened up now, he can kind of try to just trap Teddy a little bit more. It's glancing off the 8, coming down to the foot rail. Sorry, glancing off the 4. All right. Doesn't look like there's a clear lane. Maybe trying to force him to swing, and he might have done so here. I don't know if he was thinking about the side pocket, but if you're cutting this 14, you better look out for that side pocket. Okay. Just moving those out of the way. Gets the 13 on his side. Pretty bold shot there. Unfortunately, I think Frankie has a real shot at a bank here. You can just clip this. It comes up high. You want to make sure you get to the 8 or that side of things and not scratch there. Rattles that ball in there. All right, he is 2 balls away. Trying to think about what ball you'd like to bank. I think you'd like to bank the 4 ball here after this 14. Rolls it down nice and easy. Drills it. He might be playing the 12. Yeah, if you're on that side of things, the 12's the way to go. Oh, the 8 ball. Had a perfect line. That's in the pocket. Man, Excellent. Shooting there by Frankie Ruiz, taking a 2-0 lead. And it's Teddy's break. All right. This is round one action here at the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is Somerfield Habener coming to you with Railbirds Productions. Big shout out to Kevin and Sherry Ross, to Diamond Billiard Products, to everyone out there at the Derby City making this thing happen. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. This is a whole bunch of Derby City Classic action coming at you. These are going to be released in kind of sequence with the rounds, so you'll see a bunch of round one action coming out to you, and then some round two, and I think Kevin's got a bunch of matches here to work with, so look forward to a bunch of this stuff coming up in the months to come. We do this every January down in southern Indiana. You ever get a chance, do your best to make it. I tell you, it's the best pool tournament in the world. This is Teddy Westlake here to break, down 2-0. Derby City Classic 2023. Misses that head ball, catches the second ball, but gets the good bounce off the wing ball. And that break can work out really, really well when it works out. Does look like he has a line on the 6. He's going to try and roll up into that 10, 6 into the 1. I'm so much more cautious, and I just really try to worry about where that cue ball ends up. Looks like Frankie's just a little more confident, and I see why. He banks the ball very pure. But gives Teddy a shot here on the 15. And, I mean, this is a real shot to turn things around. Got to make this 15 and got to get on another ball. All right, ball doesn't go. And we know Frankie likes to bank the ball. So I think he's going to bank that 15. I kind of like banking the 15 high and trying to clip off the 6 ball. It looks like he's trying to spike it. Kind of the same idea, though. He played the 2-railer into the 6. He probably has a little more control the way he shot it than I would have had with mine. Trying to kiss or just get under it. Does a good job. This makes a big pocket for Teddy. Sorry, for Frankie. I don't know if he can turn that ball enough. But all right, gets it over there. He's now got 3 right in front of his pocket. And Teddy kind of running out of chances here down there. You might see him. Oh, just going to kiss again. The nice thing is it just gets more complicated with those balls down there. Yeah, right now there's no clear shot from the opposite side of the table for him. It's like, can I play off this? All right. Man, he's trying to cut that ball. You are a bolder man than I. Excellent effort, though. He's got some crazy conglomeration under his pocket. And Teddy with a good chance here to get a couple balls. I like kind of trying to stay around the 6. You got to make sure you get all the way around those balls. And that's why you end up getting stuck on something. And boy, oh boy. Now's a really important time to realize that none of those balls go for him. There's no reason to move these balls. Unless you blast them. And when you blast them, all right. So, like we said, none of them went, but that was a very serious offensive threat nonetheless. It's hard to shift your thinking to that trap works against him as well as against me, or as well as for me. When he can't do anything with those balls, sure, I mean, all he's got to do is nudge them, and that can be an offensive threat. So it was him moving those balls better or worse. It's hard to say. One way or the other, he did, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. He got 3 of those balls out of there. It looks like he might have a line through to get this 15 out of there, too. There we go. and does the smart thing there. It's really easy to want to leave that thing by your pocket when you know you can't make it, and it's just not worth it. You're going to sell a return bank. You sold a return bank anyway, but it's the long style. Yeah, to make this bank and not sell a shot in the process is pretty tough. But he does so really well. 10 ball doesn't cut. Combo's tricky. Yeah. Looking at doing something with a 9 ball. So full shot, maybe just freezing behind that 12-13. Wow. I'd like to see that one again. It looks like he cut it over there. Doesn't go. But here we go. Frankie's got a clear shot on this 3 ball. Probably going to sell a cut on the 14, but yeah, you want to get it a little closer than that. That is the right idea, though. And if I'm Teddy, I'm shooting here. I like to shoot this 14 ball. Can even hit with enough high ball that hopefully you can get behind the 3. Just rolling it, gets all the way behind the 3. That's a great shot. Even if you miss it, that's a great shot. Looks like that 315 might have, or 312 might have wired up. Nice control. Plays that 6 ball straight through, gets on the backside, doesn't sell a ball. Let's see what Teddy wants to do here. It's really tempting to want to kick that ball. It just doesn't get you anything. I mean, you make this ball, you get a ball, you take your offensive threat away. And, yeah, now you got a bank on the 9. But I guess I just like playing safe on that and keeping that offensive threat on my side of things. But Teddy taking a 2-0 lead in this game. Again, he's going to move some balls that are frozen up and you don't really necessarily want to move. I think you're going to see Frankie bank that 13 and slide between the 12-11. Seen him really like shots like that. And he's got the touch to do it. Right between that 12-11 and under the 6. Look at that shot. Wow. Remarkable shot there by Frankie. Hit it perfectly. Gets himself out of trouble, too. I mean, that's the kind of shooting. You're still shooting for 1. And I get you could argue what's the difference between that and that last kick. I guess it's just a lot less risky. And he was in a position that it was a lot tougher to make that ball. So takes away a threat. Leaves the cue ball down by the rail. He's got an open look at the 9 ball, but I don't think it's time to take that shot. You don't want to give Frankie a chance at that. Yeah, look at this. Slides right between those balls, gets to the bottom side of the 6, avoids the 3 ball coming back. Swish. Excellent bank. All right. There we go. Drills it. Ooh, almost moves that ball into play. I think he's going to take this 1 ball here. I don't think it really makes sense to cut that 4. Open all those balls up here at 2-2. 11, yep. Yeah, you can sit the cue ball too, and you can still have a cut on the 6 and not really sell much to your opponent. Little wide, is it going to slide in? Nope, no dice. All right, well, good effort. I'm going to take a long look at that 14-11-5 because it looks like you could do something with it. He just wants to move the 1. So banking that 1 ball at his hole, maybe. Nope, just moving it. And does so well. You've got to bank on that 7, but that feels eager to me. Okay, I like that shot. I tell you, the Tonys and Scotts and all those amazing shot makers of the world have really opened up those shots, and the the bank caroms have become a really, really important part of one pocket. And I mean, all these players see them like they're hangers. That one didn't quite go, but still good look at it. Teddy taking the chance to pocket a ball and getting back underneath it. No clear shot for Frankie. Except there is. Frankie's going to bank this 7 ball right back at his hole. Looks good, too. Gets it right in there. I think that 11 gets around the 14. Yeah. Just knocking it up there. 8 ball spots up. Not quite a free bank. Like to bank that 14 ball, but just can't really risk it. Getting thin off that 11. You can just hit the 11 and follow it straight down. Okay. Knocking the 1 ball. Oh, wow. Look at that shot. So plays the Karen Bank. Beautiful shot. Nice read. Gets a couple on his side. Blocks the line on the 1 ball with the 8. Frankie's got to do something with the 11. Play the 8. Nope. He just wanted to get underneath the 11. Doesn't succeed in doing so. Huge chance here for Teddy to try and get out. Four balls really available for him. Gives himself a good angle to come back across the table on the 8. Like to have a little more angle than that. That worked out well. All right, 8 to the 14. Pretty much just a high ball here. Oh, doesn't quite get there. Yep, that was the right shot. All right, getting to 5-3. Let's see what happens with this 6 ball. I think that's the 2 railers on the 6. 14 might be in your lane. Yeah, and he plays it real safe. But unfortunately, not close enough to his pocket to really be a threat. 14 trying to roll down behind the 6. Boy, lucky that ball went in because he really would have sold one there. Hits it with confidence, though. All right. Frankie just thinning the 6 ball, getting it towards his side and getting back up table. I like that shot a lot. And again, puts him on a rail. That's a really effective shot. A really effective shot. Yeah, I think you're going to see Teddy just knock that 6 ball out of there. I like to do everything I can to get it all the way back to the left side of the table, though, because I really don't want to sell this guy a bank. He's knocking in everything. All right. Unfortunately, still sells a bank. I don't like shooting the 4 from there. If you're that confident you're going to make the ball, though, get it. He's just getting under that 15 ball. All right. Excellent effort there. Blocks it with the 15. I don't know if he can see a straight shot on that ball. Let's see. Looks like he's going to play off the thin side of the top of the ball. Yeah, that's that power one pocket shot. I know somebody else, it's called something different, but that's where I learned it was in power one pocket. It's that glance kiss, and man, is it sweet when it goes. He looks like he's going to stiff it. Yep, stiff it right in the back of the pocket. Frankie getting a 5-5. Trying for that 5 ball. And again, creates a threat that really makes Teddy think about whether or not he's going to shoot this 5 ball. Teddy's missed a couple of these easier cuts, and that stuff gets into your mind when it happens, you know? Teddy, obviously a good shot maker as well. Just hits a little thin on that ball. And yeah, when you haven't quite found your rhythm like your opponent, it's easy to kind of shoot at their speed and not really like get your feet under you and make it happen. So Frankie here with a great opportunity. Only needs 3 balls to close this set. Makes that 5. Gets under the 15. Ooh. Is he going to play the Z-Bank? That's pretty powerful. Slips. Yeah, just slipped too much off that second rail. And 2-railer here for Teddy. I like following this 2-railer down table. So I like playing this with high inside and trying to come up behind the 15. Looks like he's playing to stop it. It's a pretty nice, but unfortunately it's a little wide and it's a little hard. It's going to sell a return bank. A lot of people don't look at these banks as much to work with, but as you can tell, Frankie makes these things look pretty easy. And it seems like there's just, because you're coming so straight at the pocket, there's just not as many consequences for that bank. It's easy to keep it low. Yeah, you sell a return bank, but you sell a return 3-railer, not a straight in bank. That's going to give Frankie another straight one. I have a feeling this guy's been saying straight back a lot over the last couple days. Straight back. Short. Well, and now it's he who's selling the return bank. All right. That side pocket might be in the way here. I think it's there, though. Wow, gets a second kiss. Does it knock it in? Wow. Really using the cue ball there. And this bang looks jammed up to me. He must be kicking. Wow. Kicks it good. Does he leave it low enough? Catches that point. That's a dangerous shot right there, but hits it really well. Teddy going to play underneath that 4, try and get it out. Look outside pocket. Yeah, and gets the double kiss. It's so hard to get those balls out of there. Not sure how Frankie's going to try and get on this next ball. Yes, theoretically the 15-2 rails in there, but I don't think so. Tries to get all the way up table just to get a second bank. He can 2-rail kick into this ball and try the 2-railer. Yeah, that's going so wide. But hey, gets it all the way down there. I mean, just in that quadrant is pretty impressive. All right, needs 1 to pull this set down. Teddy hoping to turn this around. Looks like he's kicking under the 15. Maybe trying to bank this ball. Yeah, he was trying to kick under, or he was trying to bank it. Catches it a little thin. All right, and we got a cut for the win. Taking his time here. This is an easy one to sell a bank as well. Frankie Ruiz for the win. Cuts that ball. Oh, just a little bit short. Yep. And that can happen. This turns around real quick, I tell you. Teddy fires this bank in, fires a 9-ball in, and all of a sudden you're at 7-7. Excellent shot. Doesn't quite get high enough up for that 9-ball. Can try and stiff it, but a lot can go wrong from there. I don't think I like shooting here. I would have tried to get further away from it than that, but yep. 2-railer here. And I think you're going to see him shoot it. Right around this 9-ball. Looks pretty good. Protects the... I mean, that's a terrific, terrific shot. Protects it with the 9. Ooh, Teddy's in trouble. But does sell a shot on the 9-ball. I like how I say he's in trouble and he's got a dead end cut. But again, you gotta. It's tough from that proximity. That's really tough when your opponent only needs 1. And this could be it. Frankie's got pretty simple cut here. Close this set out. Wins this one 3-0. Man, that was a quick one, but I tell you what, Teddy was a lot more in that than the score dictates. So excellent match, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Railbird Productions. I've been Somerfield Habener here at the 2023 Derby City Classic. Thanks for tuning in. Tons more actions coming your way, so hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.